It's like, I literally said not too long ago that, oh shit, I think we made it. The Lockstitch is the friends we make along the way.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm pretty sure we accidented into it. But here we are. Welcome to episode 7 of Renaissance. It is the echo is awakening. Magic is like coming back in real ways. Legends are coming true again. Not true again. Like legends are being proven to be history more than myth in a lot of situations. We have seen in our game of community radio that ancient creatures are returning to areas that they haven't been in like hundreds of years. And like these creatures were just considered gone. But here they are. And we have seen the folks in Dendroid and all across the Neverglades scrapyard banding together and using even the venting of the weir. They are learning how to just hack it for themselves and like turning raw magical energy into a power source that they can use to light their city, to cool their food. It's like they are using magic more akin to the way that we use natural gas, but it's cool. And I think it's polluting free. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's where we are. So for today, Akana's crew is delivering into Covert the null metal that they found in the previous game on Friday. The all the null metal that they picked up from Outer Haven, some of it went to Fish Tinger, so you guys have enough to make a lot of ammo with that, or even probably a whole mech or forklift made of null metal, because we learned how to do that in that game as well. So that's interesting. But the other part, Akana thought to send to Covert to help with the rising problem with wisps. Wisps have always been around. They've always been here. That's what the Tingers do. That's what you guys' family on this world does. You lure the wisps outside of the area where they're a threat, and then you leave them there. Because you don't fight them. But Akana thought maybe because they're getting bigger with all of this new magic, with everything waking up, maybe you start killing them. Maybe you start fighting back. So, I am not making the decision for what the Tingers do with this null metal. That's part of today's game. You all decide what this culture would do with that as a resource in an abundance. But first, we have to introduce a couple of NPCs, and they are getting interviewed by Patagon, who just happens to be here with Akana. And we are gonna start it off with this is Iv.
Of course.
Nigga hit the wrong button.
Looks great.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone, to a lovely remote episode of the Patagon Show. We're here in Covert, and our buddy Iv, who has some new exciting news, I believe. You got a promotion? Is that right, Iv?
If just gives like a little wave to the camera. Hello. Yeah. Head hunter for Covert.
Nice. So hunting here, that's it's an interesting topic. So what do you primarily hunt with?
If would give it like raise a finger for a second. Hold on. Goes leave steps back for a second. Comes back with a crossbow almost as big as he is. Something that you could like literally put on a stand and use as a ballista if need be. Crossbow.
Nice. That is a big piece of equipment. So, what do you hunt over here in Covert with such a magnificent crossbow?
Mm. Mainly whatever gets too close to covert. A lot of the monsters are about as big as a good chunk of the tree itself. Those who try to use things that are too lackluster isn't gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, I think things are definitely getting larger over here. That's for sure.
It's annoying, really.
I could see it. You keep having to change strategies and. So what would you say the most dangerous thing you hunt around here is?
Wisps. Can't hunt them. Can't kill them. Have to lead them away.
Gotcha. It's kind of like herding cats.
hmm Occasionally, that cat leaves with a toy that we can't get back.
Oh no. So, I know there used to be rivalries between you. So between you and Mozz, is there any juicy gossip?
Still hasn't forgiven me for setting fire to that bar. It's happened like years at this point. No point in complaining over it still.
Well, we have Mozz on here next, so maybe we can smooth some of the edges off.
If rolls his eyes at that, like, I guess.
Well, perfect timing here. Here comes Mozz right along.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Buzz. So, how have things been with you? So Iv's been hunting with the wisps. What you been getting up to?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, going on, helping the family, making some money as you do.
Gotcha. Well, is there anything you'd want to tell people that they might not get about what goes on here in on Covert?
Uh, well, it's kind of normal day for us. We go lead away giant wisps, which seem to be getting bigger every day, so that's not good. Um, then you've got the encroaching dwarfs, which is also not good. But hey, you got family, and that's the best part, right?
True that. You got quite the family running around here. So, let's see. So, some other things we could do. So Iv said that there was some heartburn still with about a bar. So anything we can do to try to smooth that over today?
Well, he could apologize, but we know he's not going to do that. That was my bar. I worked really hard on it, and he just kind of burned it almost to the ground. It's kind of rude.
It was a small fire. Relax.
That fire covered half the bar.
It could have been worse.
Oh, it's good to see you got the
It
sibling
was
rivalry
also
going.
shot up with like 1,000 bullets, so don't tell me about being worse.
Ah, speaking of bullets, so what other kinds of like ammo would you have to use here to protect Covert? We got the bolts for crossbows. You got any other styles?
That's an excellent question. Um, they don't tell me that anymore because I tried to use one of them once, and I just focus on the business side of things. That's more someone else's job.
Ah, see, I was thinking that maybe you had procured something, but you know, trade secrets make sense. Wink.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
so any other comments you want to say about business or likewise before I let you get to your expedition?
No, business seems to be going well. Making trades, making money, so it works out in the end.
Patagon, this is your. This like nobody can hear me. She's like, I'm getting a lot of call-ins, a lot of people asking, and just like, we need to know, what is his opinion on Tinger Twink death?
There's quite the chatter
You know,
we're getting about Tinger Twink death. I hoping you might know what that means.
That seems like a question for Iv. I mean, they're all about death. See, as they like to burn down bars and then shoot things. Maybe Ella might know as well.
Patagon, I have some terrible news. We're being shut down by the FCC.
Well, it was a
Quick, end
nice
the
run,
show.
everyone. I must get on.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sure we'll work it out. just after the call. All right. Anyway, thank you so much, Sept. I absolutely love these. All right, let's get to introducing the players and playing this ridiculous game with these ridiculous characters. All right. So we've got Corey playing Ento.
Hello, everyone.
We've got Leo playing Iv.
Hey.
We got Toast playing Mozz.
Hello there.
And we got Carrie playing Pim.
Oh, hey.
All right. The game starts in the family home. Right now, Amel and Besh. All is actually with Nickel. Shit. Besh and Amel are actually, and they're over here. Wait, have I not changed the? Yeah, I've changed the map. They are over on the East Coast. They are. I think you guys would know enough that they have some interesting ideas about spells near the folded city, or nearby the border of the folded city. And they have been both going further and further into side 14. But that's neither here nor there. This conversation between all of you is, what are the plans to do with the null metal? Like, your family, you don't speak for everybody, but your decision is final because you are the guardians of the city. It would be you that is you all that are using null metal. Ento and Pim, when you guys come back and forth here, you definitely can join in the family business and help out. Like, if you want to. Everybody is accepting you doing that. And they would love you guys to do it because it would help, especially with the growing numbers of wisps.
I'm glad the family gives a shit. That's nice. It's like, I guess you guys can come too. I suppose, the other kids are still allowed.
I think
Thank you.
oh, go ahead.
Ah, just thanks, Mom.
Aspera has been out there day in and day out, like with this. You have recently started up a a hunters guild. It is not quite as chaotic as the Adventures Guild from Folksong, although it is still technically run by Chester. You're not allowed to use magical items because they're afraid of, like, yeah, the main concern is if you guys use magical items in those forests, you'll make the wisps stronger, and that is dangerous. So, like, these hunters are going out, taking on these new creatures. They're not new, but they're bigger than they've ever been. And it's basically Monster Hunter out there. Like, we are doing legally distinct Monster Hunter. That is what's going on. There's, like, those are what normal people are. You guys are having to hire normal people to do that because the wisps are taking up so much of your time. You're not able to deal with those monsters.
Makes sense.
So my question to you all is, and this is just because doesn't have to be the whole crux of the game. I just want to get it out of the way before we get to the rest of it. What do we think the Tingers would do with the null metal?
I would say weapons and armor. I mean, like, that's pretty standard. I mean, gear up the hunters.
Maybe some fortifications.
Yeah, fortification on the city and weapons and armor. If everything's getting stronger and we're already having a tough time dealing with what's out there anyway, I mean, our life expectancy is like nil. It's just gonna get worse. Like, the Guardians are all gonna have a hard time with them, so we might as well try to level the playing field.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Try and protect the family first, and then see if we can't branch out from there.
and I would say Pim, like, specifically, I have a ton of experience using null weapons. Like, would definitely be a big backer of it. Like, she fucks around with null bullets like all the time. So,
So, like,
You get that from your boyfriend?
nah, I do it myself. It has nothing to do with him.
I don't know.
full
Last
on
time he was
embrace,
here.
though. Oh, good.
I'm just saying, last time he was here, he seemed pretty emphatic about it.
The null bullets?
I'm just making stuff up at this point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
was like, what? I
Wait.
missed?
like full on embrace though. Like no worries
Hesitation.
about it.
There's always going to be a worry about null metal because it's the opposite of magic, so to speak.
I would say there's going to be concerns about what it could do to the forest itself, the magic in the forest itself. So I would try to keep it low, maybe even to things like melee weapons, fortification, and armor. That way, it's not chaotic with something.
That means. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So, like, even as a bullet, like, you're running the risk of, things not hitting their mark, things like that. Maybe going in and harming something that we don't want to harm. Whereas, like, if you stick to melee weapons, it's a little bit more of an exact target. And then using it as, like armor, then it's just to protect yourself, and fortification just to protect the immediate city. That way it's not like branching out into the forest itself. Would be my major concern. Maybe not as a projectile. don't know. What do we
I
think?
mean, we're not giving any to Ive, or he has to learn how to fight with his hands instead of at a range.
Fine, I'll use a sword or something. Ugh.
Hey, you could use your crossbow as a club. It's big
And this
enough,
is
right?
why you don't shoot things.
Why would I shoot things when I can get up in their face and stab things? As he makes that stabby motion.
Pim picks up her gun and her axe and just goes, "You just gotta be versatile."
See, like what Big Sis said, you gotta do more than one thing, Ive. Sticks out his tongue.
See, I gotta go with the up close and personal. Nice and visceral. There's nothing like arterial spray
I
bathing
wouldn't
your
go that
face.
far, big bro.
I don't know. Cleaving something in half is satisfying.
But it gets all over everywhere and you have to clean up afterwards. It's just a mess.
When did you become a baby?
Haha.
Shut up. You do it from behind, the blood goes in front. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
just like you and your boyfriend over there.
Ugh.
Oh, God, Aspara's just like, respectfully, gross.
Yeah.
You started it, Ma.
Just gross.
Sparrow's your aunt.
You started it, Aunt.
Aspara is still the biggest one in the room.
Oh yeah.
Well, do we want to field test some of this no metal before we start doing stuff with it, or do we just want to go doing stuff with it?
I would definitely say maybe we do a little bit of field testing, maybe just the four of us, before we start arming the entire city. Just to see what effects it has on the forest itself. What do you think, Dad?
Oh, I think that's a great idea, honey. Look
Yeah,
at you.
look-
I'm so proud of you coming up with these great ideas. Ento, why can't you come up with great ideas like your sister?
Oh, honey, don't be so hard on him. Look at his muscles now. Look at him go. He's doing a great job. He doesn't need to think when he looks like that.
Oh, you're right, dear. You're always right. That's why I married you.
Oh, I love you so much. Oh my God. Look at all our kids. We got 4 of them at home right now. Oh my God, look at that. They're all in the same room. You know, we should do a dinner.
Oh, you know what we should do, honey? We should get some stills taken, some pictures drawn.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea. Aspera, honey, can you go next door to Barbara and see if she can get her pencils around? It would be so lovely if we could get a little family portrait done while all our kids is here.
Tell her to bring the colored pencils too. I don't want this in black and white.
Yeah, we need something new for the wall.
Well, I gotta go, Ma. I'll be back.
Oh, yes, okay. So I'll you go do your thing with your no medals and stuff. You report back and you let us know how everything Oh my, who's that?
That's so far my stand-in for Bash. It's like what I didn't realize the twink pipeline. Like I was already making him he was too far down.
Twink pipeline. Got it.
Oh. Look at that beautiful chin of hair, and oh, look at I'm so proud of that beard.
Oh yes, he's the only one that can grow facial hair. You don't even have any.
I don't. I
Another
wish
extra ear.
he's the only child I'm legitimately jealous of.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You know, maybe in another life. It's totally
is-
fine.
It's the most buck wild thing you've ever said.
All right, you kids is go get your informations on your null medals and stuff, and you come back and you let us know, and then we'll get our pictures drawn, okay? All right, go. Oh, I packed you some snacks. There's some carrots and some celery, and don't forget the ranch, okay? Go.
Wait,
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks,
honey,
Ma.
did you pack the orange juice boxes?
Oh yes, dear. Of course I did. I can't forget that they need their vitamin C's.
That's right.
Yep, gotta have your vitamin C's.
Feel like she's
Vitamin
just handing out
C's
those.
today.
Feel like she's just handing out those metal lunch boxes as we're walking by, giving her a kiss on the cheek as we walk off.
Has one for you. Mwah. One for you. Mwah. One for you. Mwah. One for you. Mwah.
She
And
gets kind
Pimmy,
of
darling,
Jersey sometimes, doesn't
I'm-
she?
it's supposed to be a combination. Midwest and Jersey.
Because we are both so prone to slipping into either.
Into both. All right, and Pimmy, honey, I need you to make sure that everybody comes back. Because if this picture's fucked up, I'm blaming you. Okay? I'm blaming you. All right, I love you. Bye.
I just had to grab just you guys as tokens, and it kept accidentally grabbing everything. Absolutely. So, on your way out of town, first off, everybody, what null metal weapon do you get made?
Pimmy is very partial to her axe, so she's gonna get an axe made.
Ento wants to try something a little different instead of swords, so he wants a null metal kanabo.
Is that like a bow staff, but with all of the metal balls in it? Is that what that is?
It's not a bow staff. It's like a giant club. It's similar to Katori's caber.
Yep. It is what
with-
I'm thinking of. Yeah, like instead of like
with-
a huge fucking like yeah.
Yeah, with the metal studs all over it.
I
I
would
mean,
like
hell
to
yeah.
change my answer, so I'm gonna keep it with the axe, but I'm gonna go halberd. I want some
Mhm.
distance on it.
Okay, even Mozz, like, and think, for this particular thing, think less Monster Hunter, but more Dragon's Dogma. Like, you're gonna be hitting things, but things, like, your size and up, not just up.
Me having never played a single Dragon's Dogma game in my life. Anyhow, I think with Iv, he would probably go with a scimitar.
Do we also get to test a little bit of armor too?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you wearing?
I'll wait for Mozz to answer. Weapons?
I figure either like some daggers or a couple of cleavers on the two. 'Cause he doesn't want to get in front, so he just goes behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and because like what you guys are making here is like things that people are going to use in hunts in the future. It's like if this works out, then it is just stuff that you guys just gain access to.
And then as far as like armory type stuff, what I kind of want to do, and hear me out, is sort of like crampons for the feet and like claws for the hands. So if it does come to some large critter, I can climb slash.
That's one way to go about it.
I think Ento is gonna go with like full plate armor.
That is an excessive amount of null metal, but yeah, absolutely. Are you okay? Has everybody seen that absolutely fucking wonderful trailer for, I think it was Elder Scrolls Online, where that one knight just beats the shit out of a party?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
That is what I picture Ento wearing full plate mail is like.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Pim's probably just wearing, like, she wants to still be mobile because she does plan on probably, like, perhaps like climbing. She would probably just do like chest plate, really. Maybe like arm and shin protection, not much more.
I want my pauldrons to be like ridiculously like World of Warcraft pauldrons where they're like
Bigger they are, the more damage you do. Yeah.
yeah.
Everything's massively oversized.
Yeah. Like he looks like a walking tank.
Yeah,
Hey, and that's all you're gonna be doing with that much armor. We'll handle things while you catch up. How's about that?
it's so funny. Like you three in this huge fight, like it's just like super anime scene. You three are jumping around like crazy. Just in the background, you just constantly hear like thud, 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 and then eventually Ento finally gets to the match, and it just doesn't stop. It's just a train hitting him.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Exactly the juggernaut.
But I'm ketchup.
I haven't heard that in a while. Oh, thank you. If the armor is going to be rather light, he'd rather not be wearing heavy armor, so probably around the same like avenue that Prim's going with the armor, relatively light stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Man, culturally the Tingers took the null metal right fast. All right.
Can we add null metal into things, and then instead of just use it directly, like plate mail? Like
What's
how?
your pitch?
Well, like kind of add it to like cloth armor, so it's more of like a body armor instead of um
Like metal
normal
thread.
armor. Yeah, or just like metal plates, so you have like a plate carrier on the front, or you can add some of it to like a cloak or something. So it's
Null metal
Yeah,
lamellar.
absolutely.
yeah, so it's like no metal Kevlar. Yeah, so it's still usable, but it's not as restrictive as like plate mail or a chest piece or something like that.
The amount of null metal you are all pitching the Tingers wearing is you guys are gonna be like ghosts to the wisps. You won't exist to them.
Perfect.
Huh.
Well, you said we had like a butt ton, so I figured why not
You-
use all of it.
You had a lot. You had a lot. Well, honestly, like I was expecting, oh, we're gonna tip our spears with it or something like that, but nope, nope. It's a full. This is who we are now. All right.
It's a test run. We're
Well,
checking to
Pim
see.
said to go.
Let me tell you right quick. This run's gonna go real well.
We just listened to Pim. She's the big sister, and she has all the experience. So, you know.
I make shit.
Hey,
That
real
kind of gave
quick,
me a
just
bunch
like,
of stuff.
just a little metagaming for everybody. What do you think happens to your DM's game that was trying to pitch you that using a little bit of null metal is really cool, to not be scared of it, and that it can do cool things, and you instead just were like, yeah, null metal's cool, we're gonna use it?
I've been on the null metal train since you introduced null metal, and everyone else is terrified of it. I've had my child eat it. I've been holding it in my factory this whole fucking time. Like, it's been months. And it's just sitting in there, and everyone's like, oh no, Pim brought null metal into the silver thimble. Oh, I don't give a shit. Let's use it. It's
And then
already here. I don't want to make new stuff. Let's just use the shit that's already here. It's already there. Might as well use it.
So what you could glean off of this, folks watching,
It's all himself.
the Tingers have no issue with no metal.
War crimes.
Geneva Conventions, Geneva Suggestions.
Yeah, fucking sick. All right. So you're all decked out. So, let me grab.
You
your
want a
tokens
hug,
from
Kay? Come here.
All right. Where did I make? Okay, here we go. Yep. So you all decked out, and if you're gonna do a mission, like if you're gonna test these, you gotta do a mission, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the Hunters Guild, the newly formed Hunters Guild, and the four of you can just sign up for a mission. Let me take it there real fast so you get to meet Boley. This is Boley. He's wonderful.
He looks how I feel.
It's the same. Oh, buddy.
This is his sister, Strom.
Stromboli. Oh, my Jesus. I love it.
So, like, they are, like, kicking back. I literally can't do my plan for this game. Don't worry, I got it. But just know, you threw a lot off by being really into it.
Part of me wants to apologize. The other part of me just wants to be like,
Fucking send it. Let's go.
Oh yeah, just gonna fucking send it, bud.
Gonna be fun.
Drum looks over at Boley, looks at Ento, like, clanging his way into the bar or / Hunters Guild, and she's just like, oh my god, do I have the mission for you? You are going to love this. It's like, how do you feel about absolutely? Thank
Just
you.
yes.
It's like, here you are, and she slides just the paper across it, stamps on it. Like, you guys look down, and it just says the ancient evil, the trio family of river gods has returned after eons. They are vicious, terrifying old gods of the forest. They disappeared once, when a lot of things disappeared. Everybody knows that they are responsible for drowning children for centuries. They have admitted it. They are going to do it again. Like, they don't think anybody can stop them. They are laughing in the forest. Would you like to go kill them?
Kim was barely paying attention. She's like looking around herself. She goes, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
oh boy, here we go, kill him again.
Amazed they never got all growing up. They're not that good at their job, are they?
What do you mean?
As much of a loudmouth as she was growing up? Come on.
Please. Doing great for myself.
That's because you were there, Ev. No wonder.
Eh. Well, let's get these taken care of. Does it come with a dolly to transport this one? As it points to Ento.
I'm sure I've got something somewhere.
Thank you.
Just try not to light this one on fire, though.
Absolutely. All right, so here we go. Let me. Here is the Sterling Thicket. The creatures that we are talking about right now are showing up here.
Near those
This-
cavey things.
Those used to be homes. They used to be the Warrens. But like people stopped living there for one terrible reason or another. And also these woods were haunted and now they're being haunted again. Haunted's a weird word. But that is where we're going. These are legendary figures. You guys could like basically roll history checks if you wanted to know anything about them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, Mozz.
Right. It's just 1d20.
Yeah, what kind of question would you have?
Well, probably before you react to that, the question I would probably ask is, how have they been going about what they're doing? I guess. Like, what's their operation or their how do they do what they do? Okay, now you can go.
Okay. Maz, I would give you the opportunity to turn that 1 into a 20 via capitalism.
First question: does the capitalism in any way harm the family?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Okay, so probably not then, because he's got the line where it's the family is like, make as much money as you can, but don't screw over the family, if that makes sense.
I gotcha. Absolutely.
Unlike Krieg, who's the opposite of get money however you can, Mozz is like, get money however you can, but don't harm the family.
All right. So
Love you, buddy.
There are the 3. What? What do we think? All right. Hold off on that. Is anybody else gonna make this roll?
Yeah, I'll try to roll.
Yes,
Let
okay, that was
me
the
hold
first
that 1 till I know what other questions I've. Yes, you guys are so bad at this hunt. I love it. You're the worst.
Pim, you ready
one.
to roll a
Okay,
3?
you gotta get a 3 now, right?
So good.
Whoa.
Oh, no 3. Damn.
Okay.
Fine. I'll try to roll a 3. Hold on. Nope. Not a 3. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, you
At least
tried.
2 of us are not complete dumbasses.
Okay. So. If what question would you ask?
Who? Me?
If.
Oh.
Like, we'll go
uh,
highest roll, then down.
If you don't mind, could you repeat it really quickly? I had to check something. I was away for quick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, you were all hunting down a trio of river gods. They are historical figures, like old legends, like now returned. What
Okay.
would a boogeyman type situation, because the stories would have been anyone who crosses their bridge at night like goes missing. Any child across the bridge at night alone goes missing. That's like, and everybody started to think it was just, hey, don't cross the bridge at night. But there used to be a legitimate monster that stole you, that ate you.
Okay. And it's at one of the bridges, wherever that bridge is.
There are no bridges now, but there used to be bridges.
Ah. And would there be a way to know more or less which quote unquote bridge happened these incidents the most often? Like during the old tales, if there's a lot of bridges.
Okay, so you're looking for like where they were?
Yeah, like where did it happen most often?
Okay.
If we're
Here?
gonna hunt them down.
Here
Aha.
and here.
Gotcha. So the southern half of the river.
Yeah, along this bend, near the Warrens.
Okay. So around here. Okay. So that's so.
Oh my
I
god,
guess-
that's Fish Tinger luck too. I forgot. I literally did forget.
Yeah, no, we always get F's in chat.
Okay, okay.
And God in 1 was played, so it gets even harder.
Oh boy.
All right.
We're gonna do great, everybody.
Well, this is just Alan getting back at us for going all ham on the null metal, so, you know.
I'll make it cool. I'm fucking psyched to make that, like, to do a huge fight. You guys are gonna get hurt. Or not, you're gonna roll great and it's like you're gonna hurt things. It's gonna be fucking sick.
Whichever happens, I suppose. Ah.
Alright, now, Pim. So we know the locations of where it was. Where there used to be bridges. There used to be a bridge at the river here, a bridge at the river here, and a bridge at the river here. So that's where they're gonna be. Because you rolled a 12, some things that you know. They are similar in a lot of ways to ogres. Like, they are bipedal. They are sentient. They know what they are doing. But give them a weakness, give them a flaw.
Oh. They're blind.
They're blind. Okay, absolutely.
They get around using sound and smell.
That is pretty sick. Can I add a little bit of something that is coming up in our Monster Hunter roleplay?
Sure. What do you got?
There are creatures native to the Sterling Thicket that they barely see at all, but they have developed an incredible magic sensitivity. Like, they know where things are by auras. If you guys are just all dressed in null metal, they have no idea where you are.
I think that's perfect. Erase what I said and do what Alan said instead. That's great.
I mean, it could be both.
No. Shh.
Oh, okay.
You
Now,
want to live today?
Now for a 2. Ento.
Yeah.
They fight with weapons that are... It's legendary poisons. What are the effects if you get hit with these? Like, what happens on a 20 if you get stabbed by one of these weapons?
Ooh. So, because they like to kidnap children and are bad with do bad things with them, I'm thinking complete and total like paralysis, but you can still you can still feel everything.
Yeah, awful. But yeah, guys, and because the was it Mozz that rolled that first one that turned into
Yep.
an F in chat?
That was me.
Why don't we have... No, that's not a good enough one. Okay, Mozz. How did you get stabbed with that knife at the beginning of this fight? As you show up to the location that Iv pointed out, and then you feel the knife go into your back.
Well, since I wanted the loosest armor, going with the Kevlar no metal instead, I was probably the scout who went out first, and then I was looking around, I didn't see anything, and then all of a sudden, stab.
Let me get them on screen. So yeah, she basically materializes out of like the moisture in the air. Like, you get just at the last second the cold spine, just like cold shivers, and the knife just goes way through you. And her knife, it's a pocket knife for her, but you have basically a butcher knife coming out of your chest.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Oh, you also take 8 damage.
Jesus
No, it
Christ.
was a 1 tear luck F in chat. You are at 0 HP, Mozz.
You're not allowed to play the game anymore. Go home.
You played
Fuck
it
you,
just so
Toast.
bad, though. No,
Well,
This-
now I've all given you the go to, the drive to save me. So you're welcome.
Save you. I think you're dead, dude. It's like avenge, I guess, now, right?
he's
Yep.
at 0 HP, which in Quest is significant. It's still pretty far from actually dead.
I mean, look at Royce. He's gone to 0 HP and he's still alive.
Ghost brother.
This creature, she is standing quite large, at least 20 feet tall. Her knife is like through Maz's back. She has lifted him off of the ground incredibly casually. Like, in her other hand is a long-handled axe. And yes, she just looks at you. It's just like, told. And then she tosses Mozz's body into the water.
So,
Go ahead.
upon seeing this, Ento is enraged, and to the point where he is so incredibly angry, like berserker angry. And I'm gonna play a card. And he literally rips off the null metal sleeves he's wearing.
So good.
He's gonna
And
slap him on the butt before he runs off.
yeah, he runs straight towards her.
Go get him, Tiger. Pim's gonna run in and just try to like grab Mozz out of the water so he doesn't fucking drown while Ento's handling it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pimp, give me a roll real fast. Like, the water
Jed.
is quite quick in this river. I don't think it's... Yeah, the luck. The luck is the only reason I think you need to roll.
I succeeded in my roll. Okay. I
you
got
just
the
keep-
same roll again.
You're doing quite good. Alright, and so... Give me 2d20. Take the higher. Also, you get... 1 is added to this because of crew compliment and your rippling muscles.
Go, Ento, go!
That is so fucking good. That is so good. You complimented him into a reap and
Wow.
sow.
Jesus
Good job,
Christ.
Rico.
That's so funny. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ripped like Jesus. What is the perfect thing that could happen right now?
So as Ento is running towards this creature, I assume they are also running to meet him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And as they're heading towards each other, Ento is bringing the Kanabo down to strike, and so they the creature doesn't like trip per se, but like stumbles and kind of goes like more headlong, opening their head for a perfect skull bash.
Yeah, and that's gonna be just so awesome. Just one, just nothing important or anything.
I just noticed if you look really hard at the mask on Harvey right now, you can see a Diglett with abs.
It's like, Pim, as you rush into the water, like, I'm gonna say the water is coming this way. It's coming towards the screen. Like, you get in the water, you grab Mozz. If, like, you're setting up and you watch Ento just annihilate this creature, this ancient god, something that your parents would tell you was gonna get you if you got too close to the river while you were a child. It's just like, oh no, the river gods and the Grins are gonna come and get you, and it was ridiculous. But they would like put on giant weird smiles and chase you around the house. But your brother, your big brother Ento, just obliterated one of these things in one shot. Right up until the other one appeared behind him, grabbed him by both arms, and you heard, and put its knee into his back until you heard both shoulders fall out of their sockets and threw your brother into the water in front of you.
Ooh. Is this just gonna be Pim retrieving brothers out of the water all day? Like, is that what this game is?
Uh,
La 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 la
This
la.
one's head fucking exploded, guys.
well, if anything, Pim, be ready to pick up a third.
All right. 2 brothers down. Twink brother ready. Go. Well, that's fucking terrifying. Pim's literally just gonna cringe at the sound of Ento's shoulders coming out of socket and just be like, ugh. Oh god, he's gonna be real unhappy.
Ento, it didn't even really hurt that bad, though. That's what's fucked up.
It's the power of adrenaline, baby.
Plus, my legs still work.
You've
You
got
gonna
a
stand
point.
up on your own? You want me to come get you?
Hey,
Pim's just gonna yell. Literally, it's like, "Can you stand up?
I'm good.
Can you feel your hands?"
Yeah.
She's gonna run over to him and she's gonna grab hold of one of his arms and put her foot on his ribcage and just yank until she gets it back into socket.
Jesus.
I know that I referenced Dr. McNinja not too long ago, but I'd like to reference it again because there's a very funny scene where he gets shot by a bunch of ninjas with Uzis, and he said because he's a really good doctor and a really good ninja, he just dodged all of the bullets in the correct way. It's you managed to get your shoulders popped out of their sockets and dislocated in the right way.
Should I roll to put his arms back in his socket?
You know what? Yeah, but both of you roll and we take the higher.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna need you to hold your breath real quick. Fuck. Alright, good. We did it!
So
Okay.
yeah, as she's pulling, I twist, knowing anatomy.
I am a doctor!
I'm still a doctor.
And you just hear the popping sound of bone grinding on bone as it just right back in. And it goes over to the other side and pops the other one back in. And she just goes, "Okay, can we get our shit together at any point today? Would be good. Guys, we're supposed to be the best of the best, okay? The fuck is happening? Is Mozz even alive? Can you see if he's breathing, please?" And then Pim's gonna go in and try to climb up the back of this guy that just ripped Ento's arms out of socket and get up to his head and try to bring the halberd down on the back of his head.
Yeah, absolutely. He's standing in the river. The water is going pretty hard, but obviously you guys are strong as hell as well. So it's not that bad. He is very casually standing in it though, so it does not have an effect on him. If you knock him into the water, he can just stand back up. But if he knocks you into the water, problems.
Yeah. I'm trying to, I'm kind of bouncing, I would say. Between bun legs and wings, I'm sure I can kind of, get to where I want to be in a matter of a couple hops
Oh yeah, absolutely.
without trudging through the water.
It's you see him like reach back, and he has what at first looks like a giant oar, but then you realize it is a giant cooking spoon.
Of course it is.
And yeah, he's gonna try to swat you out of the air, but go ahead and make your approach. Like he's like, I'm not willing to hit you. That is just a consequence of doing bad rolls. But
Doing.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Alright, so I'm climbing up his back, and I have the null metal, so again, they're still made of null metal, so it's the claws and the crampons climbing up his back, so they're like digging into his skin as I'm going up his back. And then I get up to his head to swing the halberd at the back of his skull.
Yeah, for sure. Iv, what are you up to?
Well, I was told first to make sure this one didn't kick the bucket. So I feel like I'm gonna go check on him. Is he alive? Is he in one piece ish?
Yeah, that one piece is missing a chunk, but like,
Not like I'm Joaquin, where I just got stabbed through the midsection and dissolved, you know.
you got big old like kitchen knife through your back.
Well, unfortunately, can't really use magic around here, so magical healing on that isn't gonna happen of any kind. And not sure if is there anything that they can do to heal.
Yeah, I definitely think maybe like what do we think that they use? Is it like a paste? Is it a potion? Like is it just like is it Resident Evil 6? Like is it Resident Evil style? Where we just
It's
grab
herbs.
herbs and yeah, just mash them together and then just like it's a poultice and then instantly you're fine.
I would say that it is probably on brand for Wolpertingers to use herbs, yeah.
But also it's like they definitely need a doctor because like Ento needed to be a doctor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's still like a doctor thing.
Yeah, so it's all of it is completely non-medical. We just have actually the best herbs in the universe.
Yeah. Like this forest needs to be protected for reasons. It's not just against dumb things
what?
like the wisps, it's against everybody. Like we
Well, that's
have
what
the shit that everyone wants, so that's why we always tried to stay hidden. That was like the whole thing from the beginning is they did not want anyone in their forest, and they didn't leave the forest for anything other than the possibility of trade. That was the original concept for the Wolpertinger
Oh, so it's like always been
forest.
this way. All
It's
right,
always
all right.
been that way.
Solid.
Yeah.
I think, and I think with the herbs, like they're a very powerful healing for anybody, but like for Wolpertingers specifically, we've found that like because like you take herbs and you like chew them up if you don't have like a mortar and pestle or anything.
Yes.
If you
well,
kiss me, I'm gonna be very livid.
No.
no.
You chew it up and then you
Uh,
put it in your wound.
Yeah, exactly. But Wolpertinger saliva mixed with these herbs is especially effective on other Wolpertingers.
Why do you
you're
think
saying-
we're so desirable kissing partners?
It's just this as a brand as the competing chapstick brand to Willoughby's.
Yeah, you just got to give the herbs a little Haktua.
Oh god, I wasn't gonna do it. It was right at the tip of my tongue, and you fucking did it anyway.
So if a Wolpertinger spits on you, it's good luck.
Yeah. And good for you.
I also really enjoy the idea that while Ento was completely like in the armor, they couldn't see him. but so the creature only grabbed the parts that he could see, which were just his arms.
It's just disembodied arms just go.
And he's like, oh, look, arms. Just like, I can grab arms. I'm guessing there's a body here. And just kick. But yeah, absolutely. You can like pack his wounds with that. You can be back. You're gonna be back up to like 2 HP, by the way. Yeah, Pim's on its head. Like she's got her halberd like reeled back. Yeah, you know what? Give me that roll.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, you buried
So-
like you aiming right for the head,
Right in the back of the friggin' skull.
and it's just like
Crack
yeah,
that
it
baby open.
cuts right through, and just you feel it just slam into the back of this thing's head, and its blood is flaring up around the null metal. But your axe, it's not just your luck, you know? It's a little bit buried in it. And you feel it just like it is trying to shake you loose. I'm gonna roll.
Din, too, you gotta keep that in mind. So
And
I
it-
definitely get a
It
bonus.
did terrible. Like,
Good. And it did terrible because I got the crampons on and I am buried in this fucker's skin.
yeah, okay, absolutely.
Crampons.
What's the free shot, you three? What is the... It is currently, like, fully consumed with trying to get Pim off of its head, but she has, like, what looked like it was bad luck was actually by design, as this fucking, like, null metal halberd is buried in its skull to provide you all a free shot.
How far away? Like, I mean, he threw Ento, so I'm guessing I'm a little far away.
A little far, yeah.
All right, so like in the Olympics, or I guess the Scottish Highland Games, where they've got like the big ball on the end of the bar and they like spin around and chuck it.
Wait, I was gonna say shot put, but then like at the end of the bar?
Yeah, it's like a big metal ball on the end of a bar, and they like spin around and try to chuck that as far as they can.
Yeah, it's essentially like the shot put, Alan, but
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just come with a long chain.
Yep, I gotcha. I see it. Yep.
So I'm gonna do that with my Kanabo and aim directly at this thing's chest.
All right, Iv and Mozz, you see this fucking caber, like, which is it's not solid null metal, is it? Is it actually just a bar of solid null metal, or was it wood with null metal studs?
No, I'm thinking like it's a very hard, dense wood with the null metal studs all over it.
Absolutely, but it's still fucking heavy. And you guys just see it flying at this creature's chest. How do you two make sure it's a killing blow?
Is this like as big as he is? Ento, I mean, like the Tonvo. I guess.
Probably not like as big as he is, but like, so it's definitely like as tall as he is, and it's probably like 4-inch diameter.
Okay. Mozz will probably sit up, look at his chest, look at the monster, kind of try and wipe himself off, but he just gets more blood on himself and kind of sighs, and then probably throws. He's gonna throw his daggers to try and soften up the skin, so the Tonbo doesn't have as hard as problem penetrating. Does that make sense?
Hmm. 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 Uh, the last time that thing hit a monster's head, it blew up, didn't it? The head of the creature. Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, the other one exploded.
Yep,
Mhm,
that
mhm,
head went
mhm.
boom.
Abe's gonna make sure that that Kanabo hits that monster's head to get the similar result. Um, he knows he himself isn't strong enough to do that on his own, so he sees the no metal sleeves that are ripped on the floor that are just full on like armored, you know, sleeves and gloves. So he quickly runs to them, puts them up, and to all the dudes out there, apologies. He's double swinging his arms like as you would swinging up a volleyball. And if it's short, this guy is tall. You know where this is going.
It's like, I think we all want to hear you say you spike. It's nuts, but so go. Okay, you service nuts.
Again, apologies to all the to folks out there.
Yeah. Bad news, everyone. We now know that these things have very human-based genitalia. Just, I didn't know. I needed to know, but here we are. Like, at
It's a-
least.
Because because of their diet, they're actually like enlarged and inflamed.
Yeah, why do you think they spend so much time in the river? Like, they need that cold water, right? Like, if they leave the river for too long, they
How long?
literally cause like brown patches of grass. Is what I'm saying
Yeah.
underneath them.
There's a reason his skin is blue.
So they're Tanukis. Got it.
He's not blue. He's just cold.
Oh,
It's like everybody downriver wonders why the water's so warm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There's a reason they're at the south end, not the north end.
So it's
But-
like dead now, right?
But like that, you hit those spots. You know why? Because like a game of Zelda, if it's glowing, you hit it. So it rolls over, like it just like roars about it, and then like looks up just in time to catch a dagger like right in the bridge of its nose, and then immediately the bar of petrified wood and null metal slams into it, pushing the dagger clear through its head, both freeing Pim's halberd to go like spinning out of it to be caught in a cool badass way.
Oh, hell yeah.
As it is just now fully impaled through its skull.
mhm, mhm.
Pim, of course, elegantly just launches herself off. Does a couple of backflips, grabs the halberd, and lands elegantly on the other side of the river. Ta-da!
This elicits a golf clap from all of us.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you. She bows. She bows. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's 2 out of 3.
I just. Are you implying they have gouty balls? Is all that I'm asking.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Alan,
Yes, there is a buildup of uric acid that collects in their testicles.
quit. I quit. I quit.
There was a confusion.
I've got big balls.
It's like having the mumps all year round.
Yeah,
What?
Anyway,
I understand you are a doctor, brother, but could you not with the anatomy session?
Yeah, this conversation just happened in Ento's head.
Hey, now you've
Oh,
popped two of
did,
his.
did I thought I was thinking that, but did I actually say that out loud?
Mozz, I will slap you with these gloves.
You can't hit me. I've been injured.
That don't mean shit, and you know it.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right.
We still have one of these big blue fuckers to find and kill. So, get your shit together. Maz, stop dying. Let's go find it.
I wonder
Everybody
if I
keep
can
your
find
body
any more.
parts together.
Ento tries to put the null metal sleeves back on, but because you ripped them off, they just keep falling off.
Oh yeah. If gives those back to you. Here you go. You think if was gonna hit? He's gonna hit that area with his bare hands? Fuck no. He used the armor. Here you go.
I mean, absolutely. So couple things that you guys can learn from, like, while you're retrieving your weapons from this thing's skull is the bones are ancient, but like the stuff on top of it, like its flesh, is more, it is closer to magic than it is to a living body right now. They feel like they are en route to becoming what they were.
Can I take some samples for whatever the science team does with science shit?
Rest I'd like to take back and sell.
Roll me. Normally, I wouldn't have you roll for samples, but you guys have so much null metal on you right now that I think you have to make rolls to try to like keep the samples uncontaminated.
Put it inside of Justin for now.
You want the butcher's knife as a memento?
I've got an 11.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps counting. Because that is technically, um, it's at least a 13 because you get pluses for all your successful rolls. Unless you're not wearing that mask.
Of course I am. You
Yeah,
gotta look splendid.
These things' bodies do remain here. Like they are not like fading away. They are there is the massive chef's knife, which is like not like Buster's sword size, but it's a big sword. There's a golden long axe. There is like this guy had what did I give him? No, he just ripped your arms off. And, you know, a congenital problem that you all exploited.
Can I take that golden long axe back for Krieg as a gift?
Yeah,
his
you
mentor?
can. It is huge, by the way, but you can.
Ento just picks up all the weapons and straps them to his back and is like, I'll get these. I'll carry these for everybody.
Thanks, bro. And then can we take the body back to sell it?
Are you gonna carry it?
That's probably a good idea. I can have mom or dad come and grab it for me.
There you go. Yeah, we'll just put a little marker here and here, and we'll hand them this map when we get home.
Actually, I was thinking Tingers use like a smoke flare.
Ah, yes.
as a way to like if they're out in the forest and they need backup or they need something retrieved, they can just pop smoke basically, and the different colors from the various plant life in the forest, the various plant life in the forest creates different colors, and so depending on the color depends on what is necessary.
I have a spare, or guys come pick up these for salvage and selling.
Throw up green for gifts. How you?
Yeah.
Are you all heading back, or are you trying to hunt down the third one?
Gotta
Hunt
get that
down the
hatchet.
third one. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna take some bandages and wrap up my torso. It'll be fine.
I'm
Gotta
gonna
complete the quest.
doctor him up a little bit. Because I'm not wearing any null metal on my hands anymore. I just kind of have him like doff his armor real quick, and I do a little bit of healing on him.
Yeah, what a great way to draw the next one to us directly.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 20-sider.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tough choice. Tough choices are tougher. Okay. You can fully heal Mozz with this. And you will think everybody around you will be convinced that everything is fine. Nothing is like suspected to be going bad. The camera would then pan to the threat that is about to make it much worse for you. Or it's like you heal Mozz, but something about the null metal that you just took off was still is going to contaminate the spell. And in 3 turns, Mozz is going to be convulsing.
Oh. I'm gonna completely heal him up and then make everything worse for all of us.
Okay. Mozz, as you feel like the magic go through you, for a second through the woods, you could swear you saw, was it a wind wisp? Was it a force wisp? Or was it a lightning wisp?
I'm gonna go with the wind wisp, since that would probably be the quietest one.
Absolutely. Pim and Iv, actually, I think both of you. Do you guys want to try to hunt down this last one? You two are the best trackers right now.
Yes.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. Delph. Dun, dun, dun.
Right. Which? Oh, well,
50.
yeah. That definitely works.
All right.
Double up has been played, so
Oh, yeah.
if you want to roll that again for maybe a higher, or not.
Oh, keep
15
my
good.
15.
We're going to keep the 15. We're good. All right. So you see that this one has left the river. This one is on an old road. Let me move us there real quick. Oh, don't worry about him. He's not actually. Don't worry about that one. This is one that you see. He does not see you. Like, you have tracked him this far. He has torn apart a merchant wagon and is currently sorting through things by... Well, you're honestly not sure what he's sorting them by.
Is there anything good in there?
Looks like mostly fabrics. Yeah, this is stuff from Haven, so a lot of like, the very loose, like, gossamer beachwear that's really like going on around there. And also t-shirts that just say Tony, Tony, Tony.
Beach clothes. Gotta go back to the resort. Does the resort actually exist, or is that only in dreams?
The resort is a real place.
Yay!
And I assume that you guys have gone, like, in like your own downtime and stuff.
Okay. Good. Good, I'm glad. Alright, so we have successfully snuck up on this guy.
Yep,
Who
you
does,
guys
in
have...
fact, yes, look a little bit horny.
Man, you guys' face for horny is weird, but alright.
It's a little creepy.
He's just got 3 protrusions sticking straight up, so
God damn it. Alright, so do we talk about this? Do we just, like, go kill him? Like, he's distracted. What do we do? You go to horny jail.
Well, it's distracted. Best time more than any for all of us to strike at once. With any luck, we might actually have all of us in one piece this time.
Tinger team attack, family bonding experience. Pim goes around and literally pinches every cheek. Pinch.
No, we get this enough from Mom.
come on,
Yeah.
sis.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Okay. All right. So what do we do? Team attack. All right. We have never practiced this ever. All right. What do we do?
Oh yeah, hold on. I got something for this.
That's par for
Who wants me to throw them?
Think Iv is the smallest?
If hears all this, he's just like, I do not like where this is going. Okay.
We don't have a cannon to shoot this one out of.
I am the cannon.
Fine.
Okay. So we can throw Iv. We could lifelink. And then Mozz. What do we do?
Well, while they're being taking care of the front, we could go around and climb up the back like last time and see if we can't do the old 1-2 stab. Or just run up the front, since they're being distracted.
You do that. Ento and I'll lifelink. Ento throws Iv. Iv go for the throat?
Well, Ento has 2 hands and there's 2 of us, so why can't he just throw both of us?
I can
Lifelink doesn't
absolutely throw
require-
both of you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeet the twinks at the big guy, and then you and I'll handle it from back here.
Twunk, yeet, twinks.
Twunk, yeet, Thanks.
What kind of ass backwards Tinger math is that? Whatever. Come on.
Okay. So we're throwing 2 of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right. So the way the team up card works is each of you rolls a 20-sider.
Huh?
And ones do not count as automatic failures. Like, we tally everything up. But double up is also right there. So each of you roll 2d20, then pool the highest.
Ooh, that's so much dice being thrown. Here we go.
Yeah, an 18 and a 19 is
Holy
pretty
fuck.
good. And then an 18 and a 20 is pretty sick too.
Jesus.
Oh, the elder twins doing great.
Especially Pim, because like you had successfully did your last roll,
So
so
technically,
it's
I got
easily
that dirty 20 at least.
you got the dirty 20.
That
two dirty
dirty 20.
Oh
Keep
my
it in your
goodness.
pants, sis.
Yo. Hey, yo.
Alright, do you want to go in? There we go.
11. Good enough. And a 12.
Well,
Everybody was successful. Look at that shit.
Right? And it's
No,
just
I
like,
just rolled a 1. How the fuck did that happen?
and then I just see 4 like ones fly
Hey.
through the chest. Somebody gave me to make it a 1, but I
What?
I haven't needed it. You guys been taking care of that just fine. But yeah, team up and like beat the shit out of this like ancient like boogeyman basically.
it's like what, 62 or something?
We got it was if we're taking the highest, it would be a 20, a 20, and 11, and a 12. So that's some high numbers.
40, 50, 63. 63? 2, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
all together, yeah, that's 63.
And if you tack on all my extra shit, that's easily like a 24. So.
It's this thing getting hurt. Well then,
So
Yeah, so that had to have looked dope.
Ento picks up the 2, and so like he's holding them both above his head, like their chests are on his hands, and he rears back and 1 foot forward, plants it down, and just chucks them.
Rippling muscles. I don't know the names of the back muscles.
Those back muscles.
oh, right there.
It's basically fucking Yujiro from Baki, like the Oni face on his back.
Yes.
That anime doesn't make any sense ever. But I do
So
like it.
what are you guys doing when you get to the guy?
Well, if I remember correctly, y'all told If to go for the throat. So basically, as it's getting thrown, in order to get like a good cut all around, he's going to basically use one of those horns that he's got, and basically grab onto it as he's cutting to swing around to get a full circular cut through, or full circular slice through around the neck.
Nice. Mozz, what are you doing?
I feel like he'd kind of go all driller and then start trying to spin so he can get that drill and just go through the back of the head. Nice clean drill hole.
And then for the finisher lifelink,
Oh yeah.
Ento.
Oh yeah.
You want to cast that bad boy?
Yeah. We're doing lifelink.
So Pim's just gonna turn to Ento. And he's like, it's been a while. You know I love you, right?
I know you do.
And she's gonna take a big step back and she's gonna hold the halberd way down at the end and she's gonna pick it all the way up and cleave it right into his head.
14.
I have the worst news for you, Pim. As the null metal halberd cleaves into Ento's head, the null metal negates your lifelink spell.
Have them on the head.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
What? Like, yeah. How do you stop it? Like, what's the?
She remembers at the last second and yeets the fucking halberd. It takes out her regular axe and cleaves it into his skull.
Roll me a 20-sider.
I already got 2 fucking massive successes.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Plus, like, fucking 5 or 6, whatever, we can go back and count. Let's see. How many successes have I rolled? Let's see. What we got. Do.
I think you're actually good. You are good.
Okay, I'm like,
But like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
as you let go, like you plant that axe. It's just like this thing's head cracks open in front of you all. Well, as even Mozz do their attacks. And the air tingles with magic for a second. And the body collapses to the ground. Just a lumbering thud. It's like echoing in the silence of the forest.
Was that magic felt by everybody? Like, in the air, with how usually magic is? Like, would we know that magic was just used right now, like these two?
I think you guys would be sensitive enough to it.
Ah, shit.
Maz? That, as if had the look of concern on his face.
Wasn't me. I'm not stupid enough to cast magic inside the forest.
Brother? Sister?
Sweet Jesus, what is that?
What the fuck?
It was already coming.
The wind
Out of character.
picks
Out of
up.
character. Sorry.
The wind picks up, whistling through the woods, and just at such a tone. Like, and all like as the animals go quiet, it comes through some trees, ignoring the fact that they're there. It is such a condensed ball of wind that when it hits the trees, it's like they got forced into a blender in just that spot. So there's just trees with big hemispherical like holes in them.
Perfect opportunity to test this out on a wisp. Hey, everybody, that was my plan the whole time.
Oh shit!
Gonna roll my eyes at you.
Based on her successes, yeah. You guys look around and you're in a perfectly open space. Like, no animals to hurt, pretty level playing field. It's like, yeah, you just managed to kill a guy, but it takes a pretty, like, robust use of magic to get the good wisps. And what would it do for you to, like, pick out one of the little ones?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we gotta test this shit to see if we want to arm everybody with it anyway. This was 100% my plan the whole time. That's the whole point of testing this shit out, right? I mean, hell, you said it yourself in your fucking interview that the biggest issue you have is dealing with the wisps. All you can do is move them. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we can kill it.
All right, with that speech, sis, you go first.
Fine. Fine.
Based on that knowledge, everybody, what traps did you set up around here?
I would say that Pim came out here knowing exactly what she was planning on doing this whole fucking time. And definitely set up some traps around the trees, since we are in a clearing, because we're definitely in a clearing. Traps on the trees that have essentially like null metal, kind of like nets, using kind of the same technology we're talking about with the Kevlar. So
Net
basically,
guns?
yeah, net guns, like in the trees. So it could come from multiple directions. So there's probably like maybe 5 of them in trees surrounding in almost a star pattern. So,
For Kevlar nets? For no metal nets?
null metal nets. Yep.
Yep, everybody heard it here first. No metal nets.
I feel like I would want to go with the old reliable log trap, where it just swinging log comes down and hits them in the face.
It's just a giant rod of no metal.
I mean, it
So-
works on
Or it's like
so why not wisps?
it's like a big old log, but we've capped it in no metal.
What's the cap look like?
The strongest thing I can think of in our village is like our dad, so probably like that.
It's his face.
It's
It's
just
his
Dad's head.
chin.
It's
Wow.
a kid.
There's so many worse answers than that I'm just like so happy you said chin.
Oh God. Yeah.
The chin and nothing else.
But also, I would like to note that you planning this trap means that you also understood that this was my plan the whole fucking time. So, canon.
On the off chance our sister is right, we should put some traps in the clearing.
Ta-da!
Just fast forwards to like that was days ago.
Like,
you're
holy
just-
shit, sis, you were right.
You're getting that whole like fucking Ocean's 11 like
Yes, I was just about to say that.
See the
past
log come down. It's
montage.
like dan dan dan. Holy shit! I got it in one. So it is currently like strapped to the ground, and I don't know how to explain what an amorphous like being concussed looks like, but there it is.
Have you ever punched like a water balloon?
Yeah, I mean I have. Oh, the sloshing around afterwards, that's what a concussion looks like on it?
That's the best approximation I can think of, yeah.
Or like when you punch the oobleck.
The non-Newtonian stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a net token.
Nice.
So, what is the next step? It is trapped under this net. You do it. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner is right next to you, turn it like blasting, you know? It is so loud, but it's super condensed. Like it is kicking up dust and dirt as the part of it that is not touching the net is kind of trying to burrow, but it is not having a ton of success because that is an awful lot of null metal and it's concussed.
Him try just swinging at it to see what happens if she tries to like separate it from itself. Like, does it turn it into smaller wisps? Does it disintegrate the part that comes off? Like, what happens?
All right,
For science.
for science.
Ento is standing by to concuss it again, if necessary.
It's just you're holding the pulley and you've pulled it the one all the way back.
This is the testing part of the testing.
All right. So I personally think when you do this, you discover there is a core to it. Any part of it separated via null metal just dissipates away. You're not magical enough to know this by sight, so it is unknown whether or not that is a spirit that you just like killed, or if it's just like a byproduct that now doesn't exist.
Okay.
But there is a core, like there's something, if not solid, tangible at the center of this thing.
Can I
Hey.
ask you a silly question?
Yes.
Is this something Justin would understand?
I don't think so. Like, this is just raw magic. Like, I will tell you guys all that right now. Wisps are just raw, mindless magic. It is, what if I really, really love ball lightning. And I thought, what if ball lightning existed for other natural disasters?
Okay.
Hey, Ev, you see that core in the middle? Try and stab it. You've got a long sword, scimitar thing.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
If holding up a scimitar, like being like, yeah, stab it. I'm now thinking of a scimitar. If somebody told me to stab something, I don't know if I could.
Right? If looking at Mozz.
Hey, sis, let him borrow your halberd then.
Here you go.
I'm just
Careful
gonna
now,
stand
it's
here
pretty
behind
big. Are you
Ento.
sure you can handle it?
I wield a crossbow bigger than this thing. I'll be fine.
He may not have experience like you handling large equipment, but I'm sure he's got it.
Ba-doom-tis.
All right.
Well, he stabs at it, I guess. See what happens.
I think, what's the coolest answer here? Like, I've got a couple ideas. One is you stab whatever the core is with null metal, completely turning this wisp off forever and always. And something drops on the ground. Like, what is that something? Is it some kind of crystal thing? We know that the Tingers do use crystals because they have floating crystals. They didn't make them, they just naturally float, so they built homes on them. It's like, is this something we can use? I'm really enjoying the building up the lore. So what could we get out of this, you know?
Could it be like all of this thing's power condensed into this small orb that can be like that we can find a way to like
Are
use
we
that
inventing
orb?
materia again on accident?
I'm
I
just
I
thinking,
think-
yeah, is that materia from like 7 or something?
Yep, I think I accidentally
You
went
just
there.
put a period again. Which
Or
is
is it like-
fine. But
Or is it more like elemental crystals from 14?
it's like, so did like pressing the null into it, did you just condense it? Like you condensed it so far that, and like somehow, because I'm just counting all of this as 20s, because like you guys have had such a success at setting this trap, that which is why it's like, I'm not asking you guys to roll, I'm asking what happens, because is this a situation where if you would have gone any further, it would have caused a massive explosion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, since we used just a tip, it didn't explode.
Or because Caustic said no would end up voiding any power it had. Have we done the exact opposite of creating power, and it has become like a condensed form of null?
Or did it just, is it like an empty crystal? There used to be magic inside the crystal, but now that we've poked it with the null metal, that the crystal is just now empty?
I wonder if there's a way to reuse that now empty crystal for something else. Can it be, I don't know.
Recharged?
Well, yes. Like, I would imagine, I don't know, there's some way to.
Like we shoot more wind magic into it and it fills back up?
Did we just create a capacitor?
Like a little magic storage unit, I suppose. I don't know how this thing works. But
So like, yeah, lots of solid ideas. I think the main one, like the first one I said, and I'm not saying that don't have to stick to that just because I said it, but like the quick explanation is, like, I don't think you actually ever touched it with the null, the core of it. That is why it shrunk back into that size, because it was avoiding, not like you were just compressing it. But that's fine. That was just the explanation right there. But yeah, yeah, void crystal is an idea for sure. Like like you were saying, like to be filled with energy. It's like it is a way that the Tingers could collect energy.
More research needed to know the full scope of what these are, most likely. This is like the first time it's happened, so we probably don't know everything about it.
Him, you know some nerds with all this. They can figure this out, right?
Probably. I hope so. I don't really know what the hell they do, but I give them stuff and then they figure it out, and then I whistle and walk away, and then sometimes cool stuff happens.
What about that, the big guy with the muscles and the wrench? What about him?
Ah, Royce. He might know something. Yeah, maybe. Something science officers or something. Yeah.
Wonder if my old mentor knows anything about this shit.
You mean the bunny?
I can take a
Yeah,
joke.
the hornless one. Yeah.
I don't know.
Good.
He seems kind of skittish to know what this is.
Yeah, he's gotten better.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's good for him.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Hey, he knows what's up. He's a senior officer.
Ooh. But yeah, but he still has that paladin complex, don't you know?
Alright, so yeah, you guys came out here, just absolutely wrecked shop on 3 gods and a wisp. So, how would you guys rank? I'll just immediately go back. It's okay. Now that your little expedition is over, how do we feel about null metal? Is it good, bad for the village? What are the pros and cons here? This is Aspera, because I don't speak for the other two.
Well, in terms of dealing with the wisps, if it places the crystal, it works very well. As for using it around things that involve your own magic, Iv looks at him. Best not to do that.
So we can't use it as fortifications for the city, but we could put it as an early warning barrier farther out.
As far as weapons go, they work wonderfully. Still would have liked to be able to shoot something with it, but don't want to damage too much of the thicket. So melee weapons it is.
And as long as you remember you're wielding null, it's
Yeah, don't try to kill your brother when you're using magic and all that shit.
Ento is not really paying attention. He's just kind of holding his kanabo and polishing each stud, getting all the blood off of it.
Yeah, can I keep this?
You guys can definitely keep all of them for sure.
Yeah. All these
when
crampons.
converted into quest things, there is no special ability attached to them. These do 4 HP damage and 4 AP damage on hit.
No. Fair enough.
They are bad news for things that need their they need their health and their AP, I guess. They are definitely big though. Even the scimitar and the daggers are Dragon's Dogma version of daggers, so not super stealthy, just still huge, dual blades from Monster Hunter style.
Daggers, air quotes.
Yeah.
If they call them daggers, they're shaped like daggers.
And that's the only thing that's dagger about them.
Right.
And it's just and Miss Sparrow just looks around. It's just and now on to the other topic of conversation. We've heard the rumors. So we know that you two are with Lockstitch. What is the word about the awakening of things? Is this a threat? Do we need to be concerned?
Well, it does seem like it has affected the thicket, for sure.
But should we be concerned? Are we strong enough? Us, this family, and our neighboring allies. Are we strong enough to survive this?
With
Us?
coordination. Sorry.
Just say us? Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
Allies? I don't know. Anybody else have any input?
I think I agree with Pim that we will be able to weather this with much fewer casualties and damage than those around us.
The next question is, do we want to help those around us or turtle up?
It would speak up on that one. The thicket is as much theirs as it is ours.
No, it's not.
Is it? Or am I speaking up? Am I thinking something else? No, wait.
He's just angry at the invaders.
And for some reason, I thought that there was some other places that actually have people that were naturally here, or is it literally no one else? That's an out of character thing. I don't know.
Some of you have, and if you've made the call to do it, then it is already happening. Like, your characters are from this world now. So some of them are, like, Karam is now from this world. As well as, like, but it did not delete his other backstory. And Ento was one of the first people, and like, Ento Katori are from this world. Like, they've embraced this place's reality. The story of them. Because sometimes there's doubles of you guys. If you, like, were huge. And, like, not even if you were huge. Sometimes just there are.
So my question is there anyone actually naturally of the thicket besides the Tingers? Or is there literally no one else that is naturally from the thicket?
Yeah, in Covert, there are definitely, like, other people, like, it is not a thicket not a Tinger only place, but yeah.
Well, when you're talking about our like the people in the surrounding areas, they do not, like, the thicket is not theirs. Like, they do not have any claim to the thicket. Is, like, my aim here, is, like, that's the point of the thicket.
Yeah,
So,
we
like,
have
the
been
thicket is
given
protected. We do not want people in the thicket that do not
Okay.
come from the thicket.
we have been its wardens for
Yeah.
so
but
long.
I get that. I'm just trying to make sure that I know that there is literally nobody else in the thicket naturally from the thicket besides us. Then, is that what I'm trying to get at? Because I don't care about the other side. He's caring about the people that are naturally of this side, that have always been of this side. Are there other people? Or is it literally just the Tinger people and no one else? That is what I'm trying to get at. If there really is nobody else, then fuck everybody.
There are other, and it kind of strange, and, like, this might tell us how the Tingers think, but there are rock people out there. They are statues that are sometimes not statues, and they steal things because they want things. So whether or not those are people,
Legally distinct evil gargoyles.
Are they stealing stuff because, like, ooh, shiny, and they're part of the land, and they're creatures that have been on the land forever? Because then, yes, they're part of the thicket, and then they belong.
So do
And
we
they are to be
let them get-
protected as much as anything else, yes.
That's what I was trying to get at. So I got startled when you shouted no.
I thought you were talking about, like, the neighbors. It's like,
Oh,
no,
like the
I don't
dwarves?
Yeah.
not.
give
Yeah,
a fuck
Like-
about the other side. I'm talking about the people naturally of here, of the thicket.
yeah, people that belong in the thicket, of course.
That's what we're trying to get at. Like,
Yes.
like if it's the people, that's what he means. Like, it's as much theirs as ours. People of the thicket.
Yes.
you gotta protect the geists that are out there, the Poltra,
Yeah.
the bar, the chinchilla.
Anything
Exactly.
that's part of the forest is the forest. So
Okay. So then, what
There
Ib
are
said
no
earlier was
other
true then.
established cities, just our.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So-
Then, but yeah. So that still stands. I'll keep what I said then.
yeah. Yes, conservation.
Ooh.
So, absolutely, we keep this, like, we keep the null metal. We use the null metal to protect the city, but Like, how do you all feel, like, strength-wise? Do you think the Tingers would go out of their way to try to find a panel to turn it off? Like, or if you told them about it, so far we haven't been we haven't been like completely open about that. Is the one thing that Pina asked everybody to not tell the other people about, like other cultures, because if everybody knew there was a way to turn it off, then it might cause like a huge panic.
Hmm.
So, like what Pim and Ento know is after 1,000 years of magic being in, like, not a null zone, but like mid. It has been mid for 1,000 years. You guys show up, you are the most magical thing that they've seen in 1,000 years. You guys turn the moon back, you guys end the corruption and allow the moon to do what the moon is supposed to do. And everybody else is starting to measure up to you all again. Not that you won't be cool, awesome people, but there are more cool, awesome people than just you. So that is the vibe. Like, I understand that the Tingers don't like magic. I understand that they are using null metal right now. Based on your performance against an ancient, like, creature right there, 3 of them, and then a wisp, like your new, like, big bads, do you think the Tingers have anything to worry about?
Honestly, probably not. Because our biggest worry has always been the wisp. You couldn't do anything to them. So we've just kind of led them away. But now that we found out we can do things to the wisp, which has always been the biggest detriment, I feel like we don't have anything to worry about now. So unless something else shows up, I feel like the Tingers are doing great.
Yeah, I think we can handle ourselves here, so whatever the rest of the world sees fit.
Yeah, agreed.
The Silver Thicket is Seti Spaghetti.
Oof, sorry. Ada, jalapeno chip and it burnt my throat.
Oh no.
Spicy.
But dying.
Oh no.
Well, while you're dying.
Talk
Oh
amongst
my
yourself.
gosh, it's so good to have the kids as back. So, did you guys eat your snacks on your way out?
Yes.
Yeah, Mom. We had our vitamin C.
Oh, good, good. I'm so glad. And you guys did such a good job figuring out shit with the wisps and everything. I'm so happy. Oh, everything's gonna be easy peasy now, huh?
I'm so proud of all you kids.
Thanks, Dad.
He has one single tear drop down, and then he like pulls it back in.
It just sucks back up into his eye.
I think Aspera cuts in right here, and she's just like, before we dig into dinner here and all go our separate ways for the night, have you heard that they're putting on a tattoo gallery? They're doing a tattoo showing at the end of the month. It's like, what do the Tingers think about null metal tattoos?
Hmm.
Ooh.
And what would our family null metal tattoo be?
If looks at his arm, I could use more tattoos.
Same.
Yep.
I would say probably antlers with some vines growing through them.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Tinker family's getting
I constantly, for Gus, the reason that he doesn't have tattoos is I think that
He's afraid of needles.
no, that is a hilarious idea. But I keep getting this one scene from a book where somebody keeps trying to be tattooed, but they have a healing factor, so they just keep like pouring the ink outside of their body.
Oh yeah.
Or his skin is so tough the needles literally break.
They bend when they go to. Mai tries to do it, but see, and Mai does the tabori. So when she goes to like tap it in, it just snaps her tabori stick every single fucking time. She's just like, God damn it, Gus.
It's just, he
Did we just get that a sticker or something?
We'll paint it on. It'll be fine.
We just slap fucking bumper stickers on him.
vote for Reagan.
Tramp stamp. Tramp stamp bumper sticker. Oh.
My kids are honor students.
My other ride is my wife.
It's just like you guys don't understand that belt across his chest is so tight. Like it is the most powerful belt in all of the Echo. Like it just seems like a basic belt, but when he takes it off, it sounds like a gunshot. Yeah, you all fucking just done did it. So we know Tinger's stance on null metal. It's a tool. Use it. And I imagine that is going to extend a bit to Fish Tinger as well then.
As Pim walks back into her workshop, opens up the door full of all the shit Akana dropped off, and she just goes, Honey, I'm home.
Just gonna build all the worst things. Alright.
I mean, Akana did leave me a voicemail that said something about, like, not, like, arming a small military force or something I already forgot. So, anywho!
Just privatize it. Just yourself. Just one person.
It's the Fish Tinger military. It's all just the mice that work for me. They're all just out there in, like, null metal suits, just ready to go, just, like, kind of awkward, and, like, scratching their leg with their other leg, like, okay, I guess I'm ready.
Have our own mercenary unit now.
All right, mice. Today is the day. I get to do another speech. There we go. Boom.
I was gonna do something with today's game, and then it fell completely out. But yeah, all right. So you guys are using the oh yeah, that somebody was gonna like steal a large amount of it, and like you guys wouldn't have figured out until you got back. Except for the fact that you guys just decided to use all of it, and you guys would have spotted them immediately. So I just didn't do that one.
Can't steal what's not there.
Right? It's just like
Yeah.
they snuck in. They did a bunch of like ninja stuff. The Mission Impossible through the vents. They get into the room, and it's just like the boxes of null metal are already empty. And just you guys have been like non-stop making a full plate mail suit of armor out of null metal. Like that is a dangerous prospect that exists in the world now.
We've lived, but
Welcome.
Like they're only going to be able to hear you coming.
I will say though, we need to make one with detachable parts because I don't think you can put them back on if you keep ripping them apart.
Spring-loaded full plate mail made of null. Like, hear me out.
No. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Ento Null Metal Iron Man.
Okay, but there can't be any magic involved with it because we're making it out of null metal. So it has to be super steampunk.
Yep. Like it diesel punk almost.
Come on by, Fish Tinger. Come see your sister. I have the technology. This is literally what I do for a living. Come see
It could
me.
just be mana batteries, absolutely. We do know where mana batteries come from, though, but that is not. It's a moral question only if it's a question to you. It has to look like the Mark 1, though. At first. And then once it breaks like 13 times, you're finally on a good one. All right, everybody. That was an adventure in Covert. We got to see Mozz and Iv.
I woke up with a strange
Got
tattoo.
introduced to Iv this time. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm good. You guys all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Goodbye forever, everybody.
Bye
Goodbye.
forever, everybody.
Deuces.
Very well.